There we go. Editing it at its finest. Oh no. Come on. Oh. Alright, here we go. Alright. What are we... What? Alright. This right here.
There we go.
There we go.
It's a professional podcast.
Very professional. I should play YouTube music so I get copyrighted and kicked off here too. Okay. Alright.
Sweet.
I forget the camera's right. We're going to be looking right here, and the camera's right here.
Where should we just look here?
I don't know if it... Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I feel so weird because I'm looking this way. Alright. Bet the House, first episode. We got the fastest man in the area, Devon Sundgren. Also got the most exciting play of the year for football last year. Well, I have that online too. We'll pull that up. Alright. So, when's Masters? Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
In the what time do you race? Morning?
The meet starts at 5 p.m., so I'll probably run at like
5 p.m.?
Yeah, it's a late meet.
You're gonna run at like 8?
Yeah, I will be running at 8. Yeah.
Really?
At the 200, I'll be running at 8.
So 100 before 200, right? 200 is not till pretty late in the meet.
Yeah, it goes 4x1, 100, and then 200 for me.
Are you more nervous for? What do you get more nervous for? The 100 or the 200? Because
that's
like
the
your race,
shortest, and
right?
that's my main thing. Yeah.
So, what do I want to talk about first? So, what's the hardest thing you think about? Like, is it getting out of the blocks? Is it the first like 10 meters? Is it?
It's reaction time for me because I'm always like, some meets I'm just in my head. I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking about reacting to the gun.
Because I watched. There's 2 races that I seen. There was the one this past week, and it looked like it got such a good start. It looked like you almost jumped the gun. Like it was that good of a start.
Yeah.
And that's what you want it to look like. And then there was one where you still got first, but you came out the blocks like super late. And that I could tell that I thought that one, if you would have got out of the blocks on time, it would have probably been it might have been faster than this past one.
Yeah.
You were flying.
I've had 3 meets where the blocks have just slipped out.
Slipped under your feet.
Yeah.
Do you think was that Liberty one of them?
Liberty might have been one of them. Kennedy was 2 of them though.
Do you think it's just like different blocks at different schools that you're not used to?
The blocks are the same. It's just that their tracks are worn out.
Yeah,
so it's all flat.
Kennedy needs a football field too.
Pretty, yeah.
They hate us. They probably sabotage you on purpose. So all right, so everyone knows that you're fast and everything. You're a fast man in the area for a reason, in the county. And we're gonna find out in the valley maybe too. It's all close times. I've been looking at them.
Yeah.
But I want to let people know that you probably face the most adversity that people don't even know. They just see you. They're like, oh, this kid's he's not facing adversity. But you face probably more than any of the other runners you're going against and football players that you went against.
Yeah.
So you broke your back when?
I broke my back my 8th grade year, and then decided to play my freshman year when it wasn't fully healed. And then I heard it even worse, so I just sat out my freshman year. Decided over summer that I just wasn't going to play my sophomore year, but of course I had to come back
late in the year. Yeah, I know you came late.
It was week 3.
Did you start on JV though? One game or something, or a couple games? Weren't you on JV and then you transferred to varsity?
Yeah, I was on JV. My first game was North, and then Tascadero.
That's right. And then
2 more games, and then Kennedy.
So you broke your back 8th grade and playing sport or just
Yeah, football. It was a football game.
Who'd you play for when you were little? The Centennial, right?
Yeah.
So was it just a free kid or what?
I got suplexed. I got picked up and body.
So you got Scorpion and
yeah, something like that. It was.
Could you did you have to card it out? Was it that bad, or could you
no?
Because sometimes you break you break the small bone in your back, you still function a little bit.
Yeah, I was functional. I played a few more snaps on it. I'm pretty sure, but.
You played snaps on a broken back?
Yeah, well, they didn't know.
Oh my!
Nobody knew what it was.
DYF is wild.
Yeah. So. But then I literally, my legs, I could hardly even move.
No, because I remember even sophomore year, it was still kind of jacked up because we would play in the games, and you'd be all right, but then
the
next week at practice, you would have to lay down flat on your back and just lay down for a little bit, just so you could relieve some pressure off your back.
Yeah, and I had to wear a back brace. Right? Yeah,
I remember that too. Yeah. Did you wear it in chapter? Did you wear it for a little bit? Yeah, okay, I remember that.
My freshman year, 5 months.
Was that so? How long? So like rehab total, it probably took like almost 2 years to get over with.
Yeah, for my back, yeah, probably 2 years. I still go to the same physical therapist because I've got injuries. Like a new one pops up every so often. So
I know that the back was going on sophomore year though, because even in track you were like one of our fastest sprinters, but you could tell like you were just like physically like still injured. Yeah, like it was like Devon would run the 100, come around onto the grass and have to lay there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And like yeah,
that's
so
not
it was just
that's not because I was tired. That's because
yeah.
Yeah.
But and then this year, like I could tell you feel a lot better just by the way you're running.
Yeah, my back's. There might be. Last time I went, they said there's a little fracture still there, but it hasn't.
Do you think like by the time you're at college and all that, it'll probably? Because at college at least like you'll have like physical therapists at the school that
right,
like
yeah.
and like will take care of you, so hopefully it gets better, keep on getting better.
Yeah.
So what's like, was that probably the hardest injury? Well, yeah, most definitely. And then didn't you get injured?
My junior
your
year.
knee too, right?
Yeah, it was a weird injury. It wasn't actually my knee. It was something that it was like a spot where my hamstring inserts into part of my knee with like a bone or I don't know. It was some weird.
And that happened in football too, or?
Yeah, it was some tendonitis, but it got aggravated on a hit at Foothill, and I'm still dealing with that. I still have to go to physical therapy for that.
See, that's what people don't get. Like, I feel like that's why I wanted to have you on mostly, is because like people think like it just comes easy to you, but you've worked like through so many stuff that people don't see.
Yeah.
And like, so how has practice changed since like sophomore year to senior year for you? Like, do you see yourself taking it more seriously than you used to? Because you're like, oh dang, like I'm going to college for this now.
Yeah, yeah. Like my freshman and sophomore year, it was just to get faster for football, and now it is my main sport now. So. And
do you think you like it more now since?
It's a lot mentally demanding, or a lot less mentally.
Than football is.
Than football is, yeah.
Football is just a lot. I feel like, especially the position you were in last year, you had the pressure of like the whole team. Pretty much, like what I mean by that is like you had to play quarterback because Tyson got hurt, and then you come back and you're like expected to do so much, and then it's like every single game in practice is like wear and tear on your body.
That's true, but Coach Perucci didn't really put like.
He's good about that.
He understood the spot that I was in. I'm sure you had.
We had the same issue, and Perucci was good about that. He's good about switching stuff up for the players he has in.
He understands his personality.
Yeah, because like when Tyson came in, we ran more of like. We could pass more because Tyson was an arm. Like, I could throw like maybe 5 yards, and then like that's all I had in me. So we would just run the ball like a lot more. But yeah, Perucci is good about that. And then another thing that's mentally like adversity that I don't know if I could handle it is your dad got sick too, right?
Yeah, he had cancer.
It was like stage 3, right?
It was stage 3.
And then that happened when, junior year? Or
that whole thing was like a blur. I think it was like the end of my sophomore year.
Yeah. And then so you have to deal with that, and like as a kid, like 16 years old, 15 years old, dealing with that, and then coming back through all that, because did you get a lot of attention last year on track at all, or did you guys had a season, right?
Yeah, I won area last season. And
okay, that's right.
I ran at Valley too, but I got.
When was your best time at
at area?
Yeah.
I ran 11:05 last year at area.
Okay.
And then I improved a lot. I ran a 10.78.
That's a lot. People that don't know, like, what did you say, like 0.1, 0.2 in tracks, like it's way faster than people realize.
Yeah.
And who's your biggest competitor in the area? Like
in
the
this
person,
area?
Yeah, the person like in Bakersfield area, not just.
It's a guy from Frontier who actually his PR is faster than my PR, but he's had to deal with a lot of injuries too, so. He's rehabbing as well.
Is he his 100 is his main race too?
Yeah, 100 is his main race.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of 200 runners too that I realize like they low key are like distance runners that like just sprint too.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
That's true.
Because like I remember I used to run the 200, and I would feel like puking like after every single race.
Yeah,
like it was just all out sprints.
Yeah.
And then you were never ran the 4x4 this year, right?
Once.
Yeah, that's the worst race.
It was
possible.
It was
to run.
Pretty horrible.
And then the next thing I think people want to know too, just I've been hearing around, is so Fresno State you're committed there, but you got offers from a lot of different places, right?
Yeah, just smaller schools though. Fresno State was my only.
That was the biggest Division I school. I think people wanted that too. But I honestly think you could run. Track's that weird sport where you could run at any college and like still compete with like the best in the world. You know what I mean? Like like that kid from Mount Sac that we were talking earlier was at junior college, and now he's pretty much probably gonna be training for the Olympics in a couple years.
He could be.
Because he's like one of the fastest people in the world. That's what's crazy about track. That's what I kind of like about it too. And I'm surprised with you. I'm surprised you never like. I always thought that you'd be like such a good like long jumper.
I never even tried it.
Really? Because you're so fast from the like to the board. You just like that's all. It's like you'd be running like 10.7 speed to the board and just fly.
Yeah. Well, the main thing was I didn't because of course I ran track my freshman and sophomore year, but they didn't want me long jumping because they thought it'd aggravate my back. So I just never. It just never happened.
No, I can understand that. Like triple jump on your back.
Yeah, that
would have been so bad.
That would suck. Still.
Because I triple jumped, and I'm pretty sure like when I get old, I'm gonna be feeling it. I'm pretty sure it gave me arthritis.
Yeah.
And then why'd you like Fresno State so much? Was there a reason, specific reason, or just?
Well, one was because what I consider my biggest competitor was going there. My friend Bronson
Taft.
And because whenever I met with the coach, he was like the nicest dude I've ever met in my life.
Really? Yeah, that means a lot. I feel like people don't realize like how much coaches can really like make or break a sport for someone.
Yeah,
like
that's
if you
true.
don't like the coach, like you probably not gonna like it. Like you won't like the sport as much.
Yeah. So he pretty much sold me on Fresno State. Like my mom had a meeting, so he gave up his office to let my mom have her Zoom meeting, and we went outside and played catch with the football.
Really?
We went to the equipment
that's just
room.
a dope dude. Though.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I think I pulled up I have their roster right here. I could. Hopefully I do this right. There we go. I can pull us down and then have the roster somewhere right here. That's you. There it is right here. So where's the coach stash? The coach might be down here.
They should be at the bottom, I think.
Yeah. They have a big track team. I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, Coach Newell.
Coach Newell. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
So he's the sprinters coach. Oh yeah,
Yep.
It says right here.
Yeah.
And then, so in track, I don't know, because I'm not sure how it works in college either. Do you know if like does the head coach watch over everything, or does he just do distance, like what it says right there?
He wasn't there when I was there, so I think Coach Newell. I'm not totally sure. I can't remember, but I think they split it up. So the sprinters go one day, or one time, and then
okay, I see what you're saying.
And then.
Do you think the workouts will be a lot harder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I saw them.
I looked up I remember when I was still in high school. I looked up just randomly like college track workouts, and like
it's
the sprinters. The sprinters are doing like sometimes even like 800s, and I was like, I would die.
No, they're doing like 400s, like 400 repeats. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
There was something at Shafter we used to run that was super hard.
Was it the general run?
No, everyone dreaded it. It was like timed runs, but it was like 4 800s, and it would run like 2 400s sometimes. I forgot what it was called.
We do stuff like that, but we do it shorter now.
I remember Coach Willie. Is Coach Willie still coaching or no?
He comes out like every blue moon.
Coach Willie would kill us. I remember he would Coach Willie. I forgot what song everyone would sing around Coach Willie when it was like. We're halfway there, you know that song? Yeah. Coach Willie would be singing it. That'd be so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Is he still a Spanish teacher, too? Or no, he's biology now.
Yeah, I forgot. Science. And,
Wicked Willie Wednesdays.
Wicked Willie Wednesdays, yeah.
And then I got your times right here I wanted to pull up. So, this was the start of this year, right?
Yeah, that was ham time, so I don't really consider that my...
Oh, they ham timed that?
Yeah, because it was at Liberty, but their thing was broken. There wasn't.
Okay, so that's not really... Ham time's a lot. Yeah, you can't trust
So my first official meet was at Sanger.
11-1. Is that when you kind of knew like that this was going to be like a good year for you? Because you started
that's
off
a really good start.
Yeah, you start off almost as fast as your junior year time.
Yeah, almost.
And then, so you ran 11. Did you win the current invitational?
I got second.
It's right places, here. I got you. You got second right here, and then the gateway to track and field is the big meet, right? It's one of the bigger meets.
Yeah, that was into a headwind, so the time was very good, but. Yeah, that's one of the bigger meets.
People that know headwinds when the winds you run into the wind, right? Yeah, so it's like it makes it hell sometimes.
I think that one was at Buchanan, but I'm not totally sure.
Awesome. And then, so your first 10 was at Exeter. That meet's always fun too.
My first 10 was actually last year. I ran a 10.96 at Valley. That was the meet after.
Okay, and that's the one. Okay.
That was Exeter was my first meet back in the 10s, and I won that meet.
And then how did it feel to? What was the school record before you broke it? A 10.83.
Well, the 100-meter record was actually set by the 100-yard dash. So Lewis
so
did
long ago.
Lewis did a whole bunch of crazy conversions because it was hand timed and it was 100 yards, so it converted into like a 10.94 or something.
Yeah, because 100 yards is a lot different than 100 meters.
Yeah.
I think 100 meters is long. I don't know. I want to say that, but I feel like when I'm running, I feel like 100 meters seems long to me. But I was a lot slower than it because I was dying by the end. But that's because you're playing football too.
Yeah,
so
that's true. But on Athletic.net, it actually showed that Seabass had the.
Did he really?
Seabass had the school record.
Montgomery?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I forgot about Seabass. And then, so you've been in the 10s ever since?
Yeah, I've never run an 11 ever since then.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. So you're averaging like 10.9 pretty much, like right here.
Yeah.
And then, so you got third at the West Coast Relays too. Was that in like different divisions, how they did it, or did you get third overall out of everyone?
I got third in my heat, I think.
Okay, that's what the play. Okay, I get you. Yeah, because I remember the thing I seen. You got third, and didn't you say you got 8th or 9th overall or something?
Yeah, something like that.
That's still really good because West Coast is like.
Yeah, all the Buchanan meets are like that.
Yeah.
That was another one at Buchanan.
Is that your favorite track, you think?
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to be running at Fresno.
Oh, okay.
That's the track.
Yeah. Let's see. What other meet? And then this past recently, you showed up, like you clutched it.
Yeah, no win.
10, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Was like perfect conditions.
It was perfect.
How does it feel? Do you get, I think you should get a ring for being a D2 Valley champion.
We got a plaque, I mean.
But like.
I got a medal, I guess.
You and Nick need rings.
Yeah.
Because like, you did win a Valley championship. Like if I won it, I'd be like.
Yeah, it technically was a Valley championship. It was Division II Valleys.
And it's Division II. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like super hard to do. And then the do you like the 200? Is it?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you dread it.
Sometimes I finish it and I'm like,
because you ran really good in it this past week too. Do you think your 100, like say you have a bad day in the 100, it kind of translates to like the 200, like you're just down the dumps?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Or usually when I have a good race in the 200 or in the 100 the week before, I'll run a good 200 the week after. So
that's crazy. Did the coaches this year, because I know they do this sometimes, since you were getting like really good times and you had, if anyone doesn't know, like usually the D2 meets when like things start getting real serious, they start resting people and stuff like that. Did they start like rest? Because I noticed in like some of the SSL meets you didn't run some of the races.
Yeah.
Was that just for rest, like just to get your legs back?
Pretty much.
Yeah, because you were going. I remember sometimes you would go to like, like a couple meets a week.
Oh yeah.
And run.
Yeah, we'd have a Wednesday meet and then a Friday meet, or a Tuesday and then a Saturday or something like that.
For anyone that doesn't know, I have the video. Once here, let's go to your Twitter. Oh, I didn't even see this till right now. Yeah. So you signed your letter to like. It
was just the school letter.
Yeah.
The certificate. But
I get you.
I figured I should.
We'll watch this later too. I love watching this.
Okay.
Let's go, Devon! Let's go. Started. All right. So what lane are you?
I'm in lane 6, I think.
6.
Yeah, lane 6.
All right, let's watch it. Pause and ask us. So are you? So like right here, do you like? If you can't see them, they're way back here. Do you like know already? Like,
right
I'm
there.
fine.
I had the lead out of the blocks, so.
You knew it was
and
good.
I usually have terrible block starts, but that was a good one. I had the lead the entire way.
Is this Lewis right here?
That's Lewis, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. He's always leaning over the fence timing.
Yeah.
Let's go, Devon!
Come
on, Devon!
Far right.
He's from South,
Let's
right?
Go!
Yeah, so you're a whole foot ahead.
Yeah.
Did you look over? Like, did you know? Like, okay, I won.
No.
Or were you just more important on the time?
I didn't see anybody in my peripheral vision, so I kind of knew that.
I've always wondered too. When you finish, do you look at the time straight, or do you like look at like?
I usually look at the time.
That's how most, because I know some people said like they will look over and see if like they actually won the race, and it kind of slows them down.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Imagine trying to stop and you just kept on running around the track. What do you think? So, honestly, I think I like Exeter's track too.
Yeah, I like theirs too.
I like Buchanan's a lot. I mean, their jumping pits are super nice too.
Yeah, they have a nice facility.
But the worst track for me, it felt like concrete was Taft's.
Yeah, everybody says that. I've
Yeah.
never run there. I don't think I've ever run there.
Dude, it's like basically someone just poured gravel and like rocks, and then you're just stepping
That's
on it.
the
Like I'd
worst.
rather just run just in my tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And this is another angle of it. Let's watch this.
Yeah, this
You're right here.
Yeah, this is my last race. I think.
Is this one where you were slowing out of the blocks? Or?
Yeah, this is the one where I was last on the block. I have horrible reaction times.
I wanna pause this to see show how much you had to catch up to winning this race. So you're like two
I'm way
steps behind, right? So is this the Taft kid right
Yeah,
here?
that's him.
All right, and then who's this kid right here? Do you know?
That's Malik Bolton from Baker or BHS.
Malik Bolton's such a sprinter's name.
It is.
Bolton.
Third section, boys, 100. 5 and 4, Malik goes in there.
Did you? I feel like one good thing though about starting slow like that, like you feel like you have to catch up.
That's
so maybe
true,
you run
that's
faster.
true.
But still. And then this is what race was this one right here?
That was I qualified for Arcadia this year. It was.
This is a start,
it
right?
It moved so fast. I wasn't used to it, and there was those huge different like blocks I'd never used before. So I was, you could see I was all scrunched up. I wasn't ready at all.
How'd you get this? Did they send like everyone this camera angle to like start?
It was. I think it was live streamed or televised or something. Because Arcadia is a big meet.
Yeah, Arcadia is like the high school meet of the year, pretty much. Like everyone
pretty
watches
much
it.
That and Mount Sac.
Do you know what Nick placed in Arcadia?
I want to say third or second.
And he's going to Cal, right?
He's going to Cal.
Ooh.
Yeah. The kid.
Out well in lane 2.
The kid in the purple right here?
Yeah. He.
Oh, he's gonna fly when he's.
Dude, he ran a 10.3 the other day.
A 10-3? Is he gonna be at this this next meet?
I don't know. Los Alas. They're not in the Central Valley, I don't think.
Who's the fastest kid you're going against in this next meet?
Nathan Johnson.
See, that sounds familiar.
He's Clovis's quarterback. He's coming to the
Okay,
Utah. He's
yeah.
gonna play quarterback at Utah.
He's really fast.
He's
What does he
super
run?
fast. His PR is 10.36.
See, but people don't realize like people run a 10.36 and then they could like slip out the blocks or something.
Right.
And the next thing you know, they're running like
That's
a
true.
10.9 or something like that. It's crazy. That's why track. The only thing that sucks about track is having to wait around all day.
That's true.
And then you're like,
That's when you get in your head too. Like
Yeah.
you start thinking too much.
but do they still bring you guys peanut butter and jellies?
No.
Oh,
No bananas.
dude,
no PB&Js.
I remember one time I ate like 5 before my race, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up, and I ended up like puking in the restroom after my race.
That's brutal.
What was this right here? Oh, we got YouTube. I was gonna show something else too. I forget you had all these videos on your Twitter.
Yeah. I
And this
actually
is the
posted
one where you
That's where I broke the school record.
right here. So, what's your favorite line to run?
5.
Because you're in the middle. Yeah.
But I like sports. Any of the inside lanes besides the one.
Yeah, I used to hate. I remember one race I was like lane 9, and
You're up against the fence.
yeah, you feel like you're gonna hit someone.
Go, Devon!
You're starting. So do you like, for the people that don't know, do you like watch film on yourself, like track? 'Cause I know some people do that.
Yeah, I watch film myself, and I watch film on a lot of other athletes that I.
Like just to study their starts or something, or just to know how they like.
Yeah,
Move?
study the starts and the whole thing. Like, but for track, it's kind of different. You have to study people that are built like you, and there's not that many. Surprisingly, there's not that many average-looking people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you look up to anyone that's like runs track? That's like a sprinter.
When I was little, I used to like Johan Blake. He's a sprinter
Okay.
from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be. I remember. Didn't he beat Bolt one year?
I think he beat Bolt one year, but he was. I think that was World Championships. That wasn't in the Olympics.
I remember Bolt, or he was like buff too. Like he
Yeah.
did not look like a sprinter. He was
He's-
just humongous.
Yeah, but he's my body weight and my height, so that's
Really?
who I kind of
Oh,
modeled
okay.
my.
Oh, that's cool. And then, you know, what's that sprinter last year? Crazy fast.
Marcel Jacobs.
No, he's got Georgia now.
Oh,
Super
Matt
famous.
Bowling.
Yeah,
Yes,
I always see him
I
on
love
TikTok.
watching his
Yeah,
videos.
I always see him on TikTok, and I'll watch like 20 of his videos, like
Yeah,
jumping or
dude.
something.
They're so
That guy's
good.
crazy.
I like a lot of people do film breakdowns because he used to run like super tight and he'd have like facial expressions, and then he finally like started relaxing and he's running a lot faster now.
One of my favorite videos of his is have you seen the one where it's a 4x4?
Can he
And
catch us up?
Yeah.
In high school when he was in high school?
If that ever happened to me and I was the other kid, I would just like probably not go to school for a couple of days. I'd take it. Well, it's Matthew Bowling.
Yeah, it's Matthew Bowling, yeah. He's going
So
to
I'd be like,
yeah.
he's fast.
Yeah.
But a little bit about, I want to watch that. I forgot. I want to watch that clip.
Okay.
This one. So this was the most
ball
exciting play,
already,
right?
so he's not just going to run it every
we're gonna get
time.
some commentary.
You
We're
have to
gonna
be
pause
honest,
it.
and they drop back to pass now.
What are you thinking right here?
Well, at the very beginning, it was a low snap. It was Hawk. So it was low snap. Coach was giving me the easy plays. Low snap. I panicked.
Start running?
Yeah, I just started running.
Who's number 1 right here?
That's Nick's brother. That's Alex Aguirre.
Oh, he's a freshman too, huh?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Now, and there's some
And
pressure.
then right here.
And here he is.
Right here, I'm like...
I started slipping, though. I didn't mean to truck that guy. I started slipping. So I fell
Yeah, the
on
announcer,
him.
the announcer was super funny. He's like, he trucks one guy. He's all... And then right
In the
here...
open field, runs one.
See, right here, like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, maybe he takes it outside and gets like 10 more yards, but there's
I
no
never
way.
take it outside.
And he
Over,
just split him.
continuing to go, still on his feet.
And right here,
across
just
the
a race.
15, across the 25, and
That
oh
guy's not
my
gonna
God,
catch me.
across the 40, you got Sundgren across the 40, and he's going to the house.
That was
20,
so tough. Dude, my
10,
skipping beats
So
touchdown.
I was running so much.
So like, are you on any special teams?
Yeah.
Wow, I just showed that, but
What?
I forgot to move the screen. So we'll just play it all full
Get out of
speed. Yeah, we'll edit it out.
Very fast.
And we have seen him going to
Let's
run
let
it
it
every
play
time.
now. This
You
is
have to
crazy,
be honest,
though.
and they drop back to pass now, and there's some pressure.
Do you
And
think
here
this
he
your favorite
is
play? Like, you ever
in the open field, runs one over,
favorite play
continuing
was
to go, still on his feet, across the 15,
I was watching that live.
across
I
the
was
25, and oh my God, across the 40, you got Sundgren across the 40, and he's going to the house. 20, 10, touchdown.
Oh, that's a good
Very
play.
fast.
It is.
And because Tyson got hurt that game, right? That's
That
why
was
you
the game
went
he
in?
got hurt, yeah. And then Eli was quarterback for one drive, and then
That's right. And then after that, you guys pretty much just ran the ball the rest of the year, huh? Like
Pretty
there,
much.
I remember you guys threw it here and there, but I mean, you guys had to.
yeah.
Did you go to? You guys couldn't go to Hume Lake, huh?
I've
Last
never
year?
been.
Never
I
went.
never went. Because
Oh, that's
remember,
pretty funny.
my sophomore year, I came out late before you guys even went. And I wasn't on varsity anyway.
That's right. The paintballing was the funnest thing, and so they would do this thing called Civil War.
Mhm.
So you'd have to stand and just look at each other like 10 feet away, and like the last person to leave wins.
You just keep spraying each other?
Yeah, and I remember I grabbed who was it? It was a lineman. I forgot. It was a long time ago, and I just shielded him there and like made him stay, and then threw him.
Oh, that's brutal.
But and then so what are some things you like to do like outside of track? What do you do on your free time? Like game? I know you game.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. It's either video games, homework, or hanging out with friends. Or
I feel like you're just a chill guy though. Like you just like chill
Yeah,
at home,
pretty
just
much.
relax.
So I do-
That's how most athletes are. I feel like most people
'Cause
think like
we don't really have much time.
yeah.
At
And
least
plus
I
when
don't.
you do, you're just like tired. and
Exactly.
just- yeah.
That's exactly right.
Like I remember from like going from college, you can make your own schedule, so it's
yeah,
way better.
Yeah.
Like looking back, going from do you go to 0 period still or
No.
not anymore? Yeah, lucky because I remember senior year I was dreading. I remember we wake up at like 5:30 and we'd be at school till like 6, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, I would look back now, I'm like, dude, I had a full job. Like I don't know how I did that.
I never went to 0 period my freshman through junior year. I
really?
just never had to.
And then you just went like senior year during football season.
And coach wanted me to, so I was like, okay,
Yeah,
it wasn't a big deal.
0 period's fun though. It can't.
Yeah,
it
it was
can't get
fun.
like. Did you guys do the?
I wasn't there for any of the
Oh, the
competition
competition
Fridays.
stuff.
No, I was never there.
Where's the video? There's a video somewhere of us pushing. Did you ever see the videos of like we had to push cars, and then we'd have to run back? and we
Oh,
did, like-
oh yeah, we did that. We did
Yeah,
that.
I think you
Yeah,
were
we
there
did
for that one, but it was so. I remember people would run back and just fall on their face and stuff like that. There's some other shit we can talk about. So Fresno State, you're staying in the dorms, right? That's what you told me earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your major?
Ag business, because we have a farm in Kansas.
So is your plan like get a degree in that, maybe possibly go back over there?
Maybe go back, but we have a guy, or like, there's a guy and his son. Whenever I inherit the farm, his son's gonna start like, doing all like the dirty work, like the running the tractors and harvesting and all that stuff, and then I'm just managing.
Did you do any ag classes at Chapter? Not really.
I wasn't like worried about it.
I didn't do Did you take chemistry?
Yeah.
I've never taken chemistry to this day. I took a
You never
biotech.
took it in high school?
Yeah, you could take biotech,
Oh.
but maybe one day I'll have to take chemistry. I hope not. It's not nothing to do with my major or anything.
I took it over Zoom, and I had to see. It was like the worst class ever.
Did you have a Strobel?
I had Willie. I liked
Oh,
I liked him as a teacher, but
It's just
it was
hard.
too much. Yeah, it's too much.
So like with track and everything, do you plan on, like maybe going past college if you could? Or,
Well, yeah, if I could go professional, that'd be cool. But
Yeah.
that's
How do you know how like? Because people wonder all the time, don't track people make all their money like professionals off like sponsors, right? And
yeah.
stuff
They don't
like
make any money from
The
just
meets?
going to track meets.
that.
And
That
everything.
sucks. I feel like the winner should get something.
They get a medal, just like high school.
They should get cash prizes. Maybe I'll protest. I'm gonna go to the next meeting,
Okay.
stand outside with the sign, and be like, "I'm here for all the track athletes. Pay them." And
I'd
see how
appreciate
that
that.
goes.
I'd appreciate that. Well, track athletes also get NIL stuff, like the football players do. So that's a possibility, I guess.
It's harder for track, I feel like, to get recruited too, because they give out less like spots.
That's true.
it's
There's
really
less
tough.
spots, but I feel like people don't try to get recruited for track as much as they
Especially
try.
around here. Like around
Yeah.
here, like everyone wants to play football.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
true.
everyone wants to do.
I kind of, after I got off that call with Coach Newell from Fresno,
You kind of do already.
I kind of knew. I mean, football is so hard to get recruited by a big school.
Football is a lot about like who you know,
That's true.
like
That's
what
true.
you know, like who you know, not what you know.
The only response from a D1 school that I got was from my dream school, K-State. I wanted to go there to play football.
Oh, they
Their
were
head
playing?
coach responded to me, but he basically said, "We don't have any roster spots left. You could be
Ah.
you could be a player coach, or whatever, or equipment manager." And then the next day, I'm seeing like dudes still get scholarships and stuff. Like we
Yeah,
didn't even like,
coaches. Yeah, coaches can do that. Like I remember some college coaches. Remember this coach from Cal Poly when I was almost gonna go there, and he like just like ghosted me out of nowhere.
that sucks.
And I was like, at least tell me like you don't want me no more. Don't like keep me in the like waiting. And he just ghosted me. And like he was like following me, like unfollowed me, like did the petty like.
that is
I felt like he was like an ex-girlfriend or something. Just like unfollowed me, didn't want me no more.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think in the future on your body and stuff, track would be the better decision too, because
Yeah.
like you won't be beat up as much.
Yeah.
And
plus
like
I'd
you
be
said, the
doing-
mental side of it
Yeah.
just won't be as draining.
Yeah.
Do you think you would ever like say like the Fresno State coach like sees you like football coach sees you like running and they're like maybe you come like kick return or punt return, would you ever want to do something
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
if you said that, I'd be 100% down. Because there's a guy who does both on Fresno State's track, and he's on Fresno State's track and football team.
Do you know what position he plays by any chance? Like do
He's
they
a lineman. He follows me on
Okay.
Instagram, but I don't know what position he plays. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know most people that do that, like most people, because some schools, like, instead of, like, maybe looking at recruiting, like, high school football players, they'll just, like, go to the track meets
Yeah.
and, like, get the fastest kid and be like, we want him.
Yeah.
Where does Fresno State usually run? Do they, like, will you ever get to fly or anything like that?
For indoors they fly, but guys don't have indoors. I don't
It's
know.
kinda weird.
It's kind of weird. But yeah, I'm sure we fly because we're in the Mountain West, so there's like the Colorado schools. I think it's just the Colorado schools, to be honest. Most of the schools in the Mountain West are in California.
That'd be sweet traveling, though.
Yeah, it would.
Maybe I'll be up there. Maybe I should go to some meets.
That'd be
Something.
sweet.
Hopefully I get to like follow you guys a little, like all the local people, since I'll be on like the journalism team or whatever.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure you'd be going to the Buchanan meets.
Yeah.
Or the
close ones.
the close ones.
The,
Because we run at Buchanan, like
That's
Mountain
so
West
nice.
championships are at Buchanan. So
like if it was any other like high school, I'd be like, dang, that sucks. But Buchanan's like a college
yeah,
D1
it
track.
is. Yeah, it is.
So it's so worth it. So, what do you think your highlight your senior year was? Was it that 10-8? Or can you not think of it right now?
I don't know. It's a lot of things happened this year.
That breaking that record would have been mine.
Yeah.
I would
That's
have came
probably
to
what it is.
school, belt around my
I didn't
my
do that, but
shoulders.
yeah, that was probably the highlight. So I've been working towards that. So
One thing too is you're super humble. A lot of people, it's hard for them to stay humble when they're doing all this. Especially, you've gotten a lot of attention. I've noticed this year.
yeah,
This one-
recently, especially recently, I have.
the Peak Awards, Hometown Sports was following you a lot.
Yeah.
Did you have like a favorite award that you won? Was it this one yesterday, like the most exciting?
This one was pretty cool, because I had a few of my friends there from, because I went to Norris Middle School,
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a big middle school too. A lot of kids.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 kids there. But a couple of my buddies were there, so I got to celebrate with them a little bit.
Sweet.
And Perucci was there too, so that was cool.
Because Perucci went for the FCA thing, right?
He went for HQTV. They got nominated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
I thought they should have won, but
I know he does a good job.
yeah.
Perucci, if you see this, I'm going to get you on this podcast one day. We're in a live stream. I'm going to play you in Texas Hold'em. So, and then Lozano was back this year, right, for football?
Yeah, Lozano was
Yeah,
back.
I always see him this year at BC games because his stepson played.
Yeah.
Lozano's awesome, dude.
He's kind of who got me to play defense because Perucci never wanted me to play defense, but Lozano kept bugging him about it.
Did you play safety?
Yeah, I played safety. I played corner for a little bit, but I kind of sucked.
Dude,
So-
corner, I played corner my sophomore year, and I thought it was going to be like, I was like, I'm athletic, so it's going to be all right. Dude,
It was not alright. Yeah, safety's way easier.
there was someone that embarrassed me, and I just wanted to, like,
What game?
it was Chavez. I think there's got to be a video still out there. Like, one play I fell down, so I was like, okay, I fell down. The next play, they put two guys on him, and I went up to intercept the ball, and he just
lost you?
Oh, it was more than a moss. Like, I would have for sure got put on, like, come on, man. Like, it was, like, big like that, and, like, I just, like, laid there for, like, 10 seconds.
Oh, no.
And Perucci just chewing me out, like, what are you doing?
Just
I'm
lay
like,
on the ground.
just I was like, dang, that sucked. But I was lucky enough, like, oh, no, never mind. I got hurt twice. I was going to say I didn't get no injuries, but I broke my leg one year, and then
And your
I
foot
broke my
thing,
foot.
right? Yeah.
Dude, the foot sucked. It felt like my foot was just cramping the whole time.
That was in a football camp, right?
Yeah, that was at Cal Poly's
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
How do you feel about playing on turf? I hate it.
I feel like Kennedy did something with our turf this year because,
It wasn't as bad.
yeah, when you were playing, if I felt like I was sliding around,
Like, BC's turf was super nice, but it's, like, so hot during the
Yeah.
summer. It was, like...
yeah, it was hot even at Kennedy during the nighttime, but it felt like super grippy. I had my best game there, so well, I thought it was my best game.
Did you have 2 touchdowns? Or
I think I had 3.
One on a
Okay.
kick return. The first time I don't know why they kicked it to you. I wouldn't kick you the ball. So I would just kick it out of bounds. Be like, just let them have it at the 40.
Yeah, that was one of the few times I got kicked to. Actually, I only got kicked to like 4 times.
Let's see. I wish Nick and all them were on. We could play a
That'd be sick.
Fortnite on here or something. That'd be fun.
That'd be sick.
Where's that video of me getting... I wonder if it's on here. Let me try to find me getting mossed. It's so long ago. I just hid it from my memory for so long. It's been a while. It's time to go back to it. It's time to get humble.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Chavez, 2017? All right, let's look at the stats. Maybe the stats
Okay.
are here. Because he had a lot of yards. Wait. No, we didn't get beat, though. I forgot what the kid's name was. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. If I can't find it, I'll just put it over there. Do you, there's some random questions. Do you what's like your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
I
I'm a big old Marvel fan, so like.
Yeah, I know the tattoo. That tattoo's sick, dude.
Do I like it? But like, it's kind of like, I like it, but sometimes people come up to me, like older people, and they're like,
What is that?
yeah, what is that? I'm like, I look old as it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a superhero. And they just like look at me and like.
That's good. Yeah, that's awkward. But
Yeah, but I'll tell you another story that happened. I was at the gym like last week, a couple days ago, and this guy was like 45 years old. And he comes up to me. He's like, I had like a Shafter PE shirt on or something to just work out in, and he's like, hey, did you go to Shafter? And I was like, yeah. And I thought he was gonna like remember like what class you graduated. He's like, did you graduate with me? And I was like, he thought I was like 45 years old. I was like, wow. I was like, I almost went and bought a wig, shaved my face.
yeah, you probably didn't have the hat on.
Look at this. Kids, this is what stress looks like. No, I'm just kidding. That's what bad genetics hairline looks like. Dang. Do you watch Pat McAfee at all?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of sports stuff unless it's like, I'll watch podcasts, but that's about it. Like, I don't know. I just can't really get into it.
I mostly just watch track videos and gaming videos.
Do you watch Barstool Sports at all? Because I know you're a Boston fan.
Yeah, I'm a Boston fan.
Yeah.
I love Boston sports.
Because Dave Portnoy's a huge Boston fan, so I always watch.
Yeah, I
his
know.
stuff.
I know who Dave Portnoy is.
And then maybe you get sponsored by them. Make some money.
That's true. That's true.
That'd be awesome. To get, I think you get sponsored.
Yeah, if I cut my time down, if I start running the 10.5s maybe, and then have a chance to win the Mountain West Championships, then maybe I can get sponsored by someone.
If Bet the House ever.
If Bet the House sponsors me,
if Bet the House ever goes off, I'll give you like 25 cents a raise.
Let's go.
Because that's probably won't be a lot of money in my pocket. But it'll be fun. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And then, are you guys going to Six Flags? Graduation?
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited for that?
Yeah, I am. But I might not go. It depends on if I qualify for state or not, because it's the same day.
Oh.
I'm really close to qualifying.
So how does that work? Like from Masters State, what do you need to?
For the 100, you need to run a 10.6.8, and I'm running a 10.7.8.
Yeah, you're close.
So I mean,
0.1.
it's
If you run the perfect race, you'll get it. Though.
If I run the perfect race, I can get it.
What do you think? Perfect race, perfect conditions. What do you think your best time is?
10.6.5.
10.65.
Yeah. If I have a legal 2.0 wind going with me, I could run that 2.6.
If it's over 2.0 wins, then it doesn't count.
I don't know if the state me will accept that. I don't know.
I would still count it in my head though. I'd be like, I still ran it.
Yeah, because my school record was a legal win, but Lewis still counted it. So
A lot of people don't know you guys ran on grass too to practice, because you guys the track's getting redone. Like, and then you go like you said earlier, like you go to Liberty every once in a while.
yeah, it was grass most of the year.
How do you practice on grass?
I don't know. It's pretty horrible. Like, I hate it because it's so bumpy, and then sometimes I'd run without shoes because I forget my running shoes, so I'd be stepping on bees and stuff.
Oh,
It's not the
I couldn't
best.
do that.
It's not the best.
Did was this for sure your funnest track year though?
Honestly, this year was fun, but I think last year was because last year we had
Oh,
like Baldo and Nick.
Oh yeah, a bunch of funny guys.
Yeah, a bunch of funny guys. Yeah.
A bunch of funny guy,
Yeah.
Baldo.
Yeah.
Baldo, I called you too. I'm gonna put that out too. You're gonna watch this later. I called you and you didn't answer.
Get on the podcast, Baldo.
Get in the podcast, Baldo. Talk about something. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on though. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I don't know.
The Valley meet, whenever the Valley meet, the adversity part's really wanted to get to because that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
all this stuff is it kind of like eye opening, like all the stuff you went through, and now you're like here, like finally, kind of deal.
Yeah,
like
I guess.
you
I mean,
made it?
yeah.
Or you never took it as that.
I never really took. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't really take it as anything.
Good luck, man. I think if they had betting props, I would put all my money on you.
I appreciate that.
All my bank account is on Bet the House on Devon Sundgren. How about that? That's what I'm gonna title this.
All right.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.